Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad to hear on this Friday morning. Everybody getting ready for ball games in Florida Panhandle, getting ready to go outdoors. It's just a great time. Halloween's here, and I'll go and tell you my favorite joke I use with my students. I start a day or two earlier, and I tell them, I'll pick out one of them that can take the joke. I'll say, Susie, it's not Halloween yet. Take off your mask. And 18-year-olds still, they've been laughing at that joke for my 40 years of teaching. So that's you can use that at work today, okay? High today 75, low tonight 50, and water temperature 75. That's the lowest it's been all year now since the early spring. 75 degrees. So keep an eye on it. We don't have the river readings. We have the tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn Funeral Home and Cemetery. We have a high tide this morning at 2:46. Today's the 31st. You're looking on the calendar there, and a low tide at 1:30 p.m. We've got a good strong tide today and tomorrow, going on into the weekend. And the marine forecast will be northwest at about 10 miles per hour. So it's going to be really nice to do some good surf fishing or maybe go to the river. Take a look at our fish and game forecast. They're going to do that now in this segment here, brought to us by Mark Coward of Edgewater Beach Realty. Mark's number is on there at 832-6000. This morning from 7:03 to 9:03 is an excellent time to go, and this evening from 7:27 to 9:27. And if you're going floundering, again, it'll be a great time to go tonight. It'll be a great time to fish this morning with the tide coming in like that. So we'll take a look at that. Now, on the phone, Friday's always a big day on the show here because we do talk about a lot of fishing and reports and all. On the phone, we have Captain Blair Morgan, representing Blue Water Outriggers, giving us a report on the east end of our viewing area. Good morning, Blair.
Good morning, Winston. How are you this morning?
Buddy, I'm doing great. I'm ready for the weekend. What's going on?
Well, we have one cold front after another coming through, and as far as fishing, it's got them in the fall pattern. Like you said, the water temperature is dropping, and trout and redfish, they heading towards the mouth of the creeks and the rivers and everything. But there's a lot of people over here catching a lot of flounder. I don't know exactly where to catch them, but they are catching some nice catches of flounder over here.
Well, you think now they catch them like in the bay system, or maybe up in the canal, or out in the surf, or do a combination?
Listen, some of them's catching them out in the surf. You know, this time of year they start migrating like all the other fish, and you can catch them at the mouth of the jetties and whatnot. But I think they're catching quite a few of them over at the mouth of the Intercoastal Waterway.
Yeah.
Over by the St. Joe Canal, but they won't really tell me where to catch them. But I've seen some beautiful catches of flounder.
I just can't believe fishermen won't tell us where they're catching the fish. I just can't believe that.
I can't either.
What about you talked last week? The bay sort of started coming alive. It's been sort of not very productive previously, but they're still catching the trout and redfish around the Blacks Island area.
Yeah, they're still catching fish out there, Winston. There's not a whole lot of people fishing. Most of our guests are gone for the year, and I was on the beach this weekend, and there's just hardly anybody out there. They're catching some pompano. You know, they're doing the fall run down the beach.
Okay.
There's not many people fishing for them.
Well, that's a good sign right there. I'd love fishing this time of year down there because, like I said, nobody around anywhere. You got plenty of room.
Yeah.
Okay, give us. I know you got your place up there around Sumatra and all. Tell us about what's going on up in that area.
Well, I hate to admit this. I went brim fishing for a little while yesterday, and I didn't do too good. The river was falling pretty fast. The wind was blowing. I'm going to use that for a good excuse.
Okay. You know,
I couldn't even catch that brim meat last night, so I was kind of disappointed.
Well, I know that when Blair Morgan doesn't catch enough fish out of a creek now, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, I know it.
Hey, listen, we're talking about this. You said it was dropping pretty fast. You're up in one of those feeder creeks, and this is, I've talked to my viewers about this before. A lot of times we give that river reading, and that river reading sort of has it going down really slow, but sometimes those feeder creeks are dropping faster than that river reading, and that would have been a good example.
Yeah, it was definitely coming out of those creeks. There was a good current coming out. You thought it had been biting, but I don't know. didn't do too good.
All right. Well, you do better next time, buddy. I know you will.
Oh.
Well, tell us real quick about we got some ball games, 2 local teams playing, 2 Panhandle teams. Tell us real quick about what's going on tonight in St. Joe.
Well, the St. Joe Sharks, we play Liberty County this tomorrow night, Friday night, and that's if we win that, then we get to host the playoffs here in St. Joe.
All right.
We've only lost one game this year, and that was to the 5A school over in Panama.
Yeah.
We've got a good little team right here going.
All right.
I think we'll do pretty good in the playoffs.
Well, I've been following y'all in the paper. I follow all the Panhandle teams, and every year it's got a strong team here or there, and always it's great to see. And I know some of the boys on that team, and I know the Liberty County St. Joe game has always been a good football game.
Yeah, that's always a good one, Winston. It sure is. I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Well, good luck to both teams, and I'll be checking with you later. I'll try to see you this weekend if I can.
Sounds good.
All right, Blair. We'll see you. All right, that's Captain Blair Morgan, Blue Water Outrigger. We'll take our first break, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. We're going to try to give away a lot of stuff today because it's the end of the month and it's just a good time to give stuff away. Don't forget the Florida Seafood Festival is free today. Come by the tent and see us. We have all kinds of stuff going on. Then tomorrow, if you get a chance, come down and see us. And I have some decals. I have some caps. And speaking of caps, I'm going to give away a pink cap. This has been Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we're going to give away a pink cap right now. And the winner's going to be, I don't spend a lot of time on this, the winner's going to be Ed Turner. I know your wife would really appreciate that. Ed Turner, got your name right here. Next segment, we're going to give away this bag right here, next segment. And third segment, we'll give away some seafood. So we're giving away today. All right, let's look at some pictures right here sent to us by our viewers. This is, believe it or not now, folks, Steve Petty, y'all know Steve, he is in first place over in Destin Fishing Rodeo. That is a 47.3 pound king mackerel. That's after it was gutted. They actually gut them and then over there because people used to cheat and put stuff in their stomach. So they actually gut them, and that was 47 pounds. So I mean, and Steve's in first place. It's a month-long tournament. It should be wrapping up today, and Steve may win that Destin Fishing Rodeo. That's a good job. Okay, let's go. Our next, let's see, our next picture here. We got. I'll tell you what's really surprising people. Have been the blackfin tuna. This is a mile and a half from shore, right off Panama City Beach. This is Michael Jefferson here, and these blackfin tuna have been caught by some good fishermen right offshore, and people have been excited about that. Let's see, I've got that one. What do you give your grandson for when he turns 10 years old? My wife and I gave him a tackle box. Look at that big smile on Mason's face. I just want to share that with you because he was thoroughly excited. That tackle box is just like his granddad's tackle box, and he's been sleeping with it. Seriously, he's been talking about it all the time. I put a lot of stuff in it and all, and he told his dad asked his dad if he had any extra stuff, he could put it in his tackle box too. So that's good. All right, now let me go back to I got a picture here of Tom Gurley. We're always talking about outdoor photography. I'm sorry, I missed it right here. Let's go down. Tom Gurley, we show a lot of his pictures over here. He sent this picture in. This is a cool picture down in Apalachicola over the old fishing buoys and all. And a great picture there, Tom Gurley, okay? Now, I'm going to read, let me tell you this story real quick before I get into the picture. All of our kids now, I had my outdoor kids, we were in a camping unit, and I wanted them to do some reports on things you run into while you're camping, and so I put them in groups. And by the way, as teachers, we don't call it a group anymore. They tell us they call it collaborating, not grouping. So education's just going crazy. But anyway, we get a kick out of they do reports on one report was on rattlesnakes, one report's on moccasins, one group comes up and talks about poison ivy. And usually, and I let them do some group work or collaboration work. And they bring up paper and they read what they, read it to the class, different things they find. This year, first time this year, that's why I want to share this with you, just to share what technology has done in our classrooms, even in outdoor ed. This group came up the other day, and I let them use their phone because they're supposed to, and everybody in the group was reading off their phone about poison ivy or different things they were talking about. This was not posed or anything. They're just in front of the classroom. I just thought I want to share that with you to talk about technology. None of them had any papers on the reports. They just look it up. And anyway, I had them go ahead, and I said, well, there, y'all go ahead and pose and give the folks a big smile. But they're all doing the report, okay? So I just wanted to share that technology moment with you because I got a kick out of it. And also, They don't copy stuff off the board anymore. Here's what they do. This is a little Patronus girl, and see the assignment I had in firewood. We're talking about how to build a fire. She's holding the phone up in her left hand, taking a picture of the assignment. And that's Maria Patronus, of the Patronus family, and she's got it's amazing how technology. I know some of y'all don't appreciate it, but it really is a big deal as far as what's going on there. Okay, I got one. Let me go and take a break now. I'm going to run out of time. Let me take a break, and I'll come right back. Okay. All right, welcome back. Let's do some more giving away. We talked about this bag. You know, I'm not going to show what's in it. You know, everything in it. We've already shown it. So let's go ahead and draw for the winner. The other bags have already been picked up. And nice bag. You put a lot of stuff in it. And the winner of this Quail Unlimited bag is Robert Colmetz. First time winner, Robert Colmetz. Okay, come by Fox 28 Studio here on 23rd Street. I'm going to put your name in it right here. And you are the winner. Okay. Now, we're also going to do one more drawing today for the seafood. And let's go back to our picture. I had an email sent to me by one of my former students. A young lady graduated last year. And it was such a warm email. I just want to share it with you because we're talking about all the good things. We always talk about good things that happen around outdoors and how it's good for people. In fact, this morning I was walking in the studio. This magazine is called Broadcasting and Cable. This is a trade magazine for the television industry. And I know you can't read it right here, but that where I'm pointing right here, it says, local news viewers. They wanted to hear, tell me something good. They did a survey across the country, and local news, they get so tired of all the bad stuff they see on the news, they want to tell something good. Well, they need to watch Panhandle Outdoors because we're always telling good stuff and all and showing good stuff. And I'm glad we made the cover of Broadcasting and Cable, Jeff. That's good. All right, here's the email. Good morning, Coach Chester. I always say good morning, my class. This is from a young lady on the right-hand side here. Just thought I'd share a few photos from this past weekend for your Story Stick Monday. We always tell a story every Monday morning of our weekend activities. She said, my aunt and I went to a hunter safety course. We both passed and are now certified hunters. I just wanted to say thank you for inspiring me with the outdoor ed class to become more involved with the outdoors. Your stories made me want to create my own. So now I will be going hunting with my Uncle Mike. I will be going with my Uncle Mike. And let me get back to her because she's target practice here. She sent me pictures of her doing all this. So now I will be going hunting with my Uncle Mike and my two cousins, Ethan and Caleb, soon up here in Illinois. Thank you again for teaching outdoor ed, the #1 class in America, and for being the #1 coach. I miss you and your class sincerely. One of your former students, Brittany O'Link, the class of 2014. So look at this. Look where she hit a target. Now, isn't that pretty good? She sent me this. This is Brittany. See the date on it. This is last week, and she hit that bullseye strong. So that's a good job there, Brittany. I'm very proud of you. Okay, and thank you for sending that. That was such a sweet thing, too. They're all watching up in Illinois. They're going to be watching this on YouTube. So good morning, Brittany, and all you kin folks up there. Now, I got one more email from one of our loyal viewers, and we're going to put this in over here. Let's see if we can find it. This is from, okay, I'm sorry. All right, here we go. This is right here. Very good. Let me read this from the viewer. Okay, the flats fishing. Okay, this is from Lieutenant Colonel Reed Smith over here in Niceville, retired over here. Winston, the flats fishing over here in Choctaw Bay has been very good so far this fall. Here are a couple of pictures from kayak fishing in the Hogtown Bayou area. Now, see, Hogtown Bayou is a good area over there to fish in, and I don't get a lot of reports. So here, I appreciate Colonel Reed sending this. On one day, I caught over 40 trout, and most of them less than 15 inches, but still had great fun to catch. The fish have been very skittish and are spooked by many of the standard plugs, and that's we talk about that. They'll get spooked real quick. I've had the most success with a 5 foot long, 12-pound fluorocarbon leader with a small, soft plastic and an 1/8 ounce weighted hook rigged weedless. So that's a pretty long leader right there. I love the grouper and all that we're blessed with in the Gulf area, but there's just something about sight fishing for these fish in the fall on the flats, especially in a kayak in 18 inches of water, Reed. And this is so true, just being able to sight fish and see them. But he brought us some good points about, it is it spook him. I've got his pictures right here. Here's some of the fish he caught. The big thing, he stayed really quiet. And a nice, that's a pretty redfish right there. I got a picture of him too. Look at here. Got two nice redfish and out there. And the water looks real clear over in Hogtown Bayou. Thank you so much for that report over there. And we want to now, we're going to get ready for our famous Friday fishing forecast. I have all kinds of other stuff. Again, I mentioned we wanted to make sure duck hunters, if you want to follow the duck migration, if you go to the Ducks Unlimited website, they have it set up now. It's fascinating. I'm going to show you more next week. It's fascinating, though. It has a map of the country and has little red dots, and you just touch that little red dot, and there's someone there giving a report, someone that lives there and is a duck hunter. It's fascinating seeing it. I actually have one out of Panama City and one out of Tallahassee, and then all along Mississippi Flyway. And right now we have no migratory birds coming in, but it's really, if you love duck hunting, and if you want to do the Atlantic Flyway, the Mississippi Flyway, you can even go up in Illinois and see they're moving up in Illinois right now and coming on down this way, and it's just fascinating. It's just live reports each day from different areas. So go to Ducks Unlimited website and track it from there. Okay. Now we're going to get ready. Let's go ahead and I tell you what, let's go and do this now and do our drawing here before we get set up for our famous Friday fishing forecast. All right, this is $20 gift certificate of Tarpon Dock, and the winner is going to be Mike Price from Price's Hauling. Okay, Mike Price. I'm gonna write $20. I don't know what you're gonna buy, Mike. I bet you'll buy you some shrimp for the family. All right. Good job, Mike. And the winner of the Big Red Snapper. All right, we had two ladies win last week. Let's see who won this morning. I'm gonna pull this out right here. Barry Miller, who this is his second win, so good job, Barry. He watches the show, I know, so Red Snapper, and this is October. Very good. All right, that's two winners. All right, give us a minute now. We're going to get set up for our famous Friday fishing forecast, so let's watch these words from our sponsors. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. I want to welcome you to the Tarpon Dock Seafood Famous Friday Fishing Forecast. We really enjoy putting this together, get reports from all over the Panhandle, from Niceville all the way down to Carabel. So we put it together and give you a report. And we're going to, today, don't forget, I'm going to mention one more time, the Florida Seafood Festival in Apalachicola. I'll be there today. It'll be free admission day. Come by the tent and see us, and be there tomorrow. Even if you don't buy a book, I'll be autographing books, of course, but I have some free decals for you till I run out. And I have some caps of all colors, so we'll have those if they'll let us sell those. I don't know if we can sell caps or not. But anyway, let's talk about fishing. First of all, let's talk about here locally, flounder. There are a lot of flounder out, like I said last week, but a lot of them still on the small side. Flounder and sheephead. I've had a couple of my students who have been going out all week, and they've been gigging sheephead every trip. I say all week. They've gone 3 times since last week. So and each trip they brought me the pictures. I think I showed them to you one day this week. They're gigging the sheephead off the pilings. That's legal to do, and they're also picking up a few flounder, and also able to get some stone crabs before they go out. So stone crab season in. So it's been really good as far as that. The trout and redfish has been steady, of course. The Grand Lagoon area is doing well, and the big thing, of course, is the flounder coming out of the pass. They're starting to come out of the pass. They've caught a few along the beach now off the State Park Pier. They've caught some of those flounder right there. So it's not a big migration yet, but it's been a steady migration. So, fishing around, and I point out exactly what we're talking about. If you look here on the chart, what they're doing, they're coming out in different stages. And I've had some bad reports. We'll say bad. I've had people go back here behind Shell Island and not do as well as they've done in years past. But fishing off the Deepwater Point right here has been good. They're going to all funnel out this way. They've caught some around. They've gigged some around Beach Drive. They've gigged some right in this area, right in here, and back over in here where the giggers have been. Usually this is good here. And of course the kiddie pool. So you got all those. Everybody knows the places go. And Choctawhatchee Bay has the same system right there as Apalachicola Bay, as they're coming out, and they're not quite as clear in some areas, but here it's been good. Now let's go to St. Joe Bay. Just talked to Blair Morgan on the phone, and you heard a report that they're catching a lot of flounder. I'm talking about catching them now, and they're catching them in 3 different places: on the beach, They're already out on the beach down there. They're catching them up in a waterway, the canal that goes into Highland View, that canal right there, and then they're catching some on the inside of the pass there in St. Joe Bay. And what you want to do there. Now I'll tell you another place going to be good too is going to be Crooked Island Sound. It's going to be good floundering. But out of St. Joe Bay right here, those three places. I think I pointed those out last week, so I won't point them out this week. Mexico Beach, Mitch Coleman talked about the water temperature down there. It dropped down to 75 degrees, just like here, and he mentioned flounder. They're still around the structure. They'll come out of the bay systems and all, and they'll get around structure as they're moving out. And anytime they find structure, they'll hang around there, so you can catch them right there. The redfish are still in some big schools down there. Some excellent fishing for red drum. Spanish and Jack Crevalles also are doing well down there. I've got some word on the king mackerel migration. Some fishermen have told me this is one of the weakest years that we've had as far as a lot of kings coming through. They've caught some few. You saw the one Steve Petty caught, but they're not catching as many kings this year on this fall migration as we have in years past. And we don't know. We usually have some years like that, but just be aware the kings are still out there, but not a lot of them. Let's go to Choctawhatchee Bay. Colonel Reed Smith sent us this report. I just read it earlier about Hogtown Bayou. He mentioned, I'll say this again, a 5-foot long, 12-pound fluorocarbon leader, because they get spooked. They get hammered a lot. So be aware of that. Freshwater, if you hit the river right, hit the creeks right, keep in mind they're doing real good. Captain Blair Morgan didn't do all that well yesterday, but I can promise he'll go back and do good again. But I have got some good reports around Willis Landing. They're doing well. Okay, we're going to start wrapping things up. It's been a great week here in Panhandle Outdoors. Come see us at the Florida Seafood Festival. Don't forget to vote. Coming up Tuesday. And most important, though, you just have a great weekend. As always, we want to thank God for the beautiful sunsets we have and those hungry fish. I want to thank you for watching Panhandle Outdoors and ask you to do something good for your fellow man today. And God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.